A lot of people might have asked themselves, what does this mean? What does it mean? Activities that makes us or makes a person a ghost. You guys, over the years, how many of you have had what is a ghost? How many of you have had or hear so many experiences about, oh, ghost possession, ghost is possessing this person or not possessing this person? How many of you have had that? I'm not able to see everybody's face. I don't know what's happening.
Maybe it's from you. You can see you.
You guys can see me,
Yes.
Yes. Mm.
but I'm not able to see everybody's face.
You drop it on the side.
I am clicking.
Oh.
I can only see my face.
Oh,
It's okay.
then click on the three buttons on top of the room.
3 buttons.
You see, like a drop down.
This one. No.
No, I cannot see your screen.
It's okay. No problem. So long as you guys
Where
can, right?
where you see yourself, there's 4 icons. One with one level, one with a box, one with 2 boxes, one on top of the other,
Okay,
and
now I
one with,
see you. Now I see you all.
okay.
Yeah, now I see you all. Okay. How many of you have had ghost experiences before? Raise your hand up.
Personally,
Personally. Okay, Mr. Abraham. Okay. So basically, nobody much have had ghost experience. I've had. How many of you have had terrifying nightmares where it seems like something terrible is chasing you and you woke up panting? Okay. All right. All right. Very good. How many of you have had dreams where you see yourself crying in the dream?
I did.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. How many of you have had stories of ghosts? Practically everybody have had stories of ghosts. How many of you have
Yes.
seen a person being possessed by a ghost?
Mhm.
How many of you, okay, you have seen, but how many of you have seen people being how many of you have seen that? Okay.
I've seen it like in psychiatric.
Hmm.
In America, those patients act like that. Like
My sister has a epilepsy, so I don't know if it's ghost possessor, but when she fell, she act like that. When she passed away now.
Okay.
And she been dealing since she was like 20 years old, and she passed away when she was almost 50 years old.
Wow. That's wonderful. Okay. So ghost stories are what we grew up with practically all through our life. You know, from childhood, you hear parents using ghost stories to, to scare their child, to not make sure that the child does not misbehave. You hear or you see situations whereby, the elder in the family, maybe the elder brother or the elder sister, they will say, oh, if you do this ghost is going to come and catch you. And then ooh. So many things we used to say just to put people on a certain, edge of fear. But what are the activities that makes a person a ghost? Here's an introduction. The human birth is hailed as the most important as it can lead to permanent release from the cycle of birth and death. While this is true, not being mindful and cautious of how the human life is being used can ultimately lead to the downfall of the soul. There are 8,400,000 species of life on this planetary plane called Earth, and they are divided into 4 categories. How many of you know the 4 categories of life? How many of you know?
Maybe.
Okay, tell me. What are the 4 categories of life?
Plants, humans, animals, and sea life.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
let me rephrase it again. What are the 4 ways at which a soul, life is being rejuvenated or reborn into the planetary placement, where life cycle keeps going on? What are the 4 ways of birth?
That is birth,
Yes, birth. What are the 4?
birth, old age, death,
No,
and then sickness.
no.
being born of you like through the regular way, being born hatched out of an egg.
Okay.
A seed.
Yeah, a seed growing from the ground.
Okay. And
The seed born of a womb.
born of the womb, yes. Yeah, you don't say. You've read the word already. You don't say. Huh? Yes. So, okay. So there are 4 stages of birth. Those born of eggs, those born of perspiration, those born of seeds, and those born of womb. Now let us talk about those born of eggs. What are the things that are born of eggs? What are the life that are born of eggs?
Birds.
Chicken, birds.
Yes.
Mm.
What else?
Snake.
Snake. Yes. What else?
Squirrel.
Fish.
Fish. Fish are born of eggs.
Yeah, there's
Chicken.
some of them.
No, they yeah, the
But
egg, but inside the
eggs,
womb.
but they're not hatched.
Okay.
It's not.
Fish,
Yeah.
eggs. Okay.
Squirrel.
Turtles. Okay. What else?
One lizard.
Lizard. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you see, basically, there is 1/10 of life that is born of eggs. Now, what are those that are born of perspiration?
That's the one I don't understand. Isn't
Me-
perspiration sweating?
Yes, sweating.
Maybe human being.
Sorry?
Human.
No, humans are not born out of perspiration. Human has
Is it like bacteria, a virus? What you call those things?
yes,
Fungus?
bacteria, virus,
Yeah, bacteria and
mosquitoes,
virus.
larvas. Those are born of.
Larvas, yes.
Oh, okay.
And what are those that are born of seeds?
Plants, plant life.
Like the
Plant,
plants.
And then what about those that are born of the womb?
Human being, animal.
Mammals.
Mammals, animals. So basically, all of you tried. See, wonderful. So you see, this 8,400,000 species of life is all divided into these 4 categories. One portion is born of what? Of seeds. Another portion is born of plant, from the womb. And another portion is born from perspiration, and another portion is born from eggs. And this way, the soul passes through all of this cycle. The soul passes through all these species in the cycle called reincarnation and transmigration. When the soul falls into the body where it is born of eggs, it is considered a lower body. When the soul falls into the body that is born of perspiration, it's considered a lower body. And when the soul falls into the body that is born of seeds, it's also considered what? A lower body. Bound by the stringent rope of karma, the soul is conditioned to take on different bodies as punishment to sin committed. Yes. It is important that we see punishment as an atonement that frees the soul of the impurities of actions done. Just as water washes away all the impurities of the external body, so do punishment, atonement, free the soul. How many of you understand that punishment is actually a form of liberation? How many people see it like that? Okay, you understand. Wonderful. But how many people see that?
Before, no.
Sorry?
Before, no. But now I know that it's a form of liberation.
Yes.
But before, I thought it was the worst punishment that you could ever have.
Yes, indeed. But punishment is actually a form of liberation. Now, we should also understand that majority of the reason why we experience difficulties in our life are nothing but a form of punishment that frees the soul. You see, those punishment that you don't want to accept, the quicker you accept it, the faster it is for the soul to move forward. But the more you run away from it, the more the punishment accumulates. And when it over accumulates, that it becomes very, very terrible. Just like you have a house and you have a place where you have dirty laundries and you're not doing your dirty laundries. You're just like, I will do it later, I will do it later, I will do it later. After some time, what's going to happen? It's going to overpile up. When it overpiles up, then it becomes overwhelming for you to do the laundry. Similarly, the same way also in a house whereby there is, the dishes are not being washed. You just keep eating and keep piling up the dishes, keep ignoring the dishes and keep piling them up. After some time, what's going to happen? The dishes will be too much that when you look at it again, you become so overwhelmed that even to wash the dishes, oh my God, am I going to be the only one that's going to do all this washing? It becomes overwhelming. That is the same thing with punishment. The more we try to run away from it, the more we try to avoid it, the more we try to do things just so that we don't get punished, the more the punishment accumulates. And it is because of this also, that is why people get unjust. People like, oh, why am I being unjustly punished? I did not do anything bad, but why am I being punished? No, it is because we ran away from a certain punishment in our past life that it is catching up with us now. So punishment, prayastica, is a form of atonement, a form of purification for the soul. But what is the essence of atonement when we are not learning the lesson? Atonement becomes useless when we don't learn the lesson that is behind it. Have you seen an elephant bathing before? An elephant goes to the river to take its bath. It stays lot of hours in the river, pouring water all over its body. Every niche and every nook and cranny of its body, it pours water with its trunk. But the moment the elephant comes out of the water, it starts, immediately it touches the dry sand or the dry land, it starts rolling itself again on the ground. So what is the essence of the bathing? What is the essence of the bath? He spent hours in the river taking his bath, cleaning every part of his body. But the moment it comes out, it starts rolling and taking the sand and pouring on his body again. So what is the essence of the hours it has spent taking his bath? This is the kind of atonement that a lot of us will do. Our atonement is like that of an elephant bathing. What is an elephant bathing? What kind of atonement is an elephant bath atonement? We go to church, we go to mosque. Oh God, today I did this nonsense. Oh, I promise I'm not going to do it again. I'm not do it again, Lord. Please forgive me, this, that. And then the moment you come out of the church, bah, you repeat the same thing again. That is like an elephant atonement. And everybody do that every time. A thief knows that if he commits a crime, he will be punished, but still he steals. Why?
Addiction.
Not addiction. It is ignorance.
The weakness.
Yes, ignorance. It is said, the law is there. If you commit this crime, you will be punished. But some people, they want to do it to see what will you do. And when they are being punished, they'll be like, oh, it is not my fault. It is the devil. It is this. I did not plan to do it. Oh, I'm just this. I'm just that. No, no, no. Similarly, we go to church, we sit in the altar, we go to do confession. People go to do confessions on Sunday, and then on Monday, they go back to their sinful ways. What is the essence? Some people see prayer as a means of, you know what, I'm just going to do this sin now, and then tomorrow I go to church and I pray to God. God will forgive me. You know, blood of Jesus is going to forgive me my sin. And then next Monday again, I go and repeat the same thing, and then I go again. Blood of Jesus is going to clean away the sin. This kind of atonement does not work. It's like an elephant bathing. It does not do any purification. It does not do anything. And this is why a lot of people are stuck in different lifetimes. Because they are using or they are doing bathing like that of their atonement is like that of an elephant. We go, God, I talk too much, I curse. Oh, I promise I'm not going to curse anybody anymore. I'm not going to do this. But the moment you step out of the church or you step out of the mosque and somebody do something, hey, you did this to me, God will punish you, this, that. Immediately we start doing that. That is the essence of the atonement. Oh, I promise I'm going to control my tongue. I'm going to control my anger. Please, we pray and pray. But the moment we come out and somebody touches our button, what is the essence of the atonement? The atonement is like that of an elephant button. And that is why it is said, one needs to be very, 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 very mindful. Extremely mindful. Extremely mindful. Be mindful of the kind of atonement you are making. Every time we make a simple offense, we call on God, please forgive me, God forgive me. But we'll go to repeat the same thing again. What is the essence of that atonement? It's like that of an elephant bathing. So we should be mindful. These are one of the things that makes it difficult for the soul to be able to move forward. There are three types of intelligent person. There's one intelligent person that when he hears, just by hearing, he understands and he does not do it. He does not commit a crime. And there is one that when he hears, he has to commit a crime for him to now caution himself. After being punished, then he cautions himself. Oh no, I was punished the last time. I don't want to be punished again. Now I'm going to avoid it. And then there is the criminal that after he has heard, he has seen that other people are being punished. But still, he wants to do it. And even after he's being punished, still he will still do it again. Some of us are like that. There are three categories of life, of humans. The ones that when you tell them something, they understand it. And then there's the ones that when they see, just by seeing, they understand also, oh, if I did not do it, I'm not doing it, but look at this thing, this person has done this, and see the kind of thing is happening to him. If I do it, I'm also that same thing is going to happen to me. Let me avoid it. And then there are the ones that they have seen, they have heard, they have seen, they have heard, but still they will do it. It is only after they have been punished, then they start cautioning themselves. And then there are the ones that they see, they hear, they have seen other people being punished, still they will do it. And even after being punished, they will still continue doing it again. That is the consciousness, how degraded the consciousness has gone. So it is important that we all understand this. Just as water washes away all impurities of the external body, so also does punishment. The reason why punishment is there is not because the government is wicked or the Lord is wicked. That is why he gives punishment. He gives punishment so that the soul can become what? Can become purified. The consciousness can become purified. A lot of us, it is only after making mistakes that we start learning our lesson. If we did not make mistakes, we will not know, oh, no, I should not do it. A child was playing with a fan. The father is telling the child, don't put your hand in the fan. The fan is blowing. Don't put your hand in it. The child is like, you know, some of us, when the fan is blowing, when we're young, we go around the fan and we start blowing breeze in the fan. And the fan is also vibrating the breeze back. And we're like, wow, wonderful, wonderful. And we want to touch the fan. We want to see if we can stop the blade. The father is telling the child, don't do that. It will hit you. Don't do that. The child does not want to listen to the father. Then he touches it and then he starts crying. And then he runs back to the father. And then the father says, you see, you are the type that needs to be punished for you to be able to know that that is not good. Some of us are like that. We need to be punished for us to know that what we are doing is not good. And this punishment serves as what? A purification. Yes, please. What is a ghost? When a man dies, he is called dead. But when he again appears in a subtle form, not visible to our present vision, and yet acts, such a dead body is called a ghost. Ghosts are always very bad elements, always creating a fearful situation for others. Those who are very sinful and attached to their family, house, village, or country do not receive a gross body made of material element, but remains in a subtle body composed of mind, ego, and intelligence. So what is a ghost? A ghost is a soul, an entity without the body, but it has the mind, the ego, and the intelligence. Those who live in such a subtle body are called ghosts. One becomes ghost when the subtle body acts without the help of the instrumental gross body. How does someone become a ghost? How? What are the activities that makes a person become a ghost? Ghosts are bereft of a physical body because of their grievously sinful acts, such as suicide. The last result of the ghostly character in human society is to take shelter of suicide, either material or spiritual. Material suicide causes loss of the physical body, and spiritual suicide causes loss of the individual identity. People try to avoid the result of their sinful activities by killing themselves, but this is not possible. Suicide is just another sin. Therefore, those who commit suicide become ghosts. A confused, frustrated man cannot get relief by committing suicide because suicide will simply lead him to take birth in the lower species of life or to remain a ghost, unable to attain a gross material body. Ladifatu.
Yes, Baba.
If you stand up and go take a glass cup of water and put in front of you, you're feeling sleepy.
I have water here.
So find something and chew something. Look for something to chew so you don't fall sleepy. However, it is important to understand that suicide alone is not the only primary cause of taking a ghostly body. From the Garuda Purana, it is an elaborate exposition of the activities that makes one a ghost is explained in detail by Lord Krishna to his bird carrier called Garuda. He gave the following description. Now, are you guys ready to hear this? Okay, let us move forward. A person becomes a ghost, one who defecates in a well, a lake, park, temple, and grooves of a tree becomes a ghost. A person that passes feces in a well, a lake, a park, a temple. A temple means a mosque, a church. All of these people and a groove, the groove of a tree, they become a ghost.
What is the growth of the tree?
The hollow, a tree, the hollow of a tree, groove. Grooves of trees, they become ghost. Yes.
Even when they are still alive.
Yes, they become ghost in their next life.
In their next life, like, I don't understand,
After
sir.
they
Sorry.
die, they become a ghost.
Okay.
Yes. Those who misdirect others by performing religious rites for money, they become a ghost. Those who meet with death at the hands of chandalas. Chandalas mean people that are not purified, people that are very, very degraded. People that are mad, mentally unstable. They become a ghost. People that are infuriated by brahmanas. Infuriated brahmanas means in the society, there are 4 orders of men: the brahmana, the kshatriya, the vaishya, and the shudra. The brahmana means priestly classes of people, priestly class. They are the intellectual class. They are like the gurus, the teachers of the society. So people that die by the anger, being killed by an infuriated brahmana, an infuriated priest, serpent, and animals with fangs, they become ghosts in their life, in their next life. Those who die from a loathsome disease. You all understand what a loathsome disease is? Loathsome.
No,
No.
please. No, please.
Loathsome disease are disease like cancer, disease where the skin is being eaten, like the skin is there, but the skin is being eaten. Have you seen that before? The skin,
HIV? It's
not
like
HIV.
HIV.
No. The flesh,
HIV.
the flesh is being
The
eaten.
flesh.
Yes.
No, never see that.
Disease. The skin is all peeled up and everything.
Yes. Painful diseases that are very painful. These people become ghosts in their next life. Those who die at the hands of robbers. People that were killed by robbers, they become ghosts in their next life. Those who are burnt to death, they become ghosts in their next life. They become ghosts.
But
Actually, yes.
they're not their fault.
Sorry?
If they die because of they're not their fault. If they die because of other people.
It is not their fault, but it is in their karma. That is why it happens.
Yes. Yes. From their past life.
Yes. Those who were not cremated after death. Like right now, there is a lot of ghostly entities around because people don't cremate their dead. They bury the dead. When you
So,
bury,
but I have a question. If if you die, like burn my body,
yes.
and if they don't do it,
If they don't do it, the person becomes a ghost.
or if they don't do it, so you can control that.
Yes. Why? Because the body, except the consciousness is of a highly evolved person. Because when the consciousness becomes a ghost, it is attached to the body. What makes a person a ghost? Because it's attached to his body. When the soul comes out of the body and the body is dead, the soul is still looking for a body. It needs a body to stay. The ego is looking for a body.
Wow. What Muslim preach about burying the body that much? Even
Yes.
some Christian.
Yes, you should understand there's a concept here. You see, when a person dies, the body, if the body is immediately covered before 4 hours, then the consciousness look for a different direction. But people that die and they keep the body for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 year, 2 months, 3 months, 4 years before burying them, these people becomes ghosts because they are attached to the body. They are not able to move forward.
Okay.
So you see that majority of the people, actually a lot of people are ghosts. There's a lot of ghosts everywhere. Why? Because people don't burn the dead. What is the reason why you burn the dead? You burn the body so that the consciousness does, when the consciousness come looking for the body, it doesn't see it, so it is forced to move on. But when the consciousness comes and it sees where the body is, it gets attached to that place. It stays around that place. It does not move forward from that place.
Wow.
So all of those Egyptian mummies, that's a very haunted place.
It is.
Because those mummies are thousands and thousands and thousands of years old.
It is.
But the bodies, like
It is haunted.
they went out of their way to preserve the body.
It is.
Wow.
It is.
So
I
If you see
visited
a
the
country that is
museum.
heavily afflicted by ghosts, those countries don't make proper progress.
Mm.
Those countries
So,
don't make
sir,
proper progress. Yes.
so like for instance, the way my brother died, my elder brother, they met him in a chair. He was dead like 3 days ago. He was bowed on the chair. So, and then the police take him and tie him down almost a week. So that means his body, he has been passing around like ghost entity.
Yes. Yes, he has been going in and coming out, going in and coming out. What makes it, when a person is in a ghostly form, it is very difficult because they have the gross body, they have the subtle body, they have the intelligence, they have the mind, but they don't have the gross body to eat. So they are hungry, terribly hungry. And because they are terribly hungry, they come to haunt people. Because there's a desire.
Body is dreaming him. Everybody, all of our family, they are dreaming about him. Like he's telling people he's suffering in the dream. Even me, a month ago, I dreamed about him telling us that he was talking to my elder brother. That means he's in a ghost entity.
Of course, it's in a ghostly form. And some of them can be there in that body for thousands of years.
Wow.
Some of them can.
Is there a way to stop being a ghost once your karma pushes you to being a ghost?
Sorry?
You said that like let's say somebody got robbed and you said that it was their karma that if they died while getting robbed, they become a ghost.
Yes.
Is there a way when you are a ghost, since you're saying that you can be a ghost for thousands of years, is there a way to unghost yourself to not be a ghost anymore?
There is a way, but this is based on the descendants.
Your family has to help you.
Yes. This is based on the descendants. And this is one of the reasons why I always advise everyone in the first seminar course that I did. I always say the reason why you offer water to the deceased is because some of them are in hell, some of them are in ghostly body. And by offering water to them, you help quench their hunger. Because you understand that the frustration that they have upon them in their ghostly form, they come to torment you. They come to torment their descendants. And it comes basically every time that is getting to the dark moon night. It comes, they comes. Every dark moon night, they comes. And that is why during that period, that is when you're going to see that everything about you is like, if you don't have proper spiritual practice that helps you to nullify these energies when they come, at that time, you just find yourself, your emotion is haywire, your mind is haywire, everything is just left, right, center, you know. anger, frustration, tears, crying, all of that is going to happen to you when there is no proper spiritual practice, because they do come. Those who died when a wall or a building collapsed, they become ghosts. Those who died of a dog bite. One who reject his mother, sister, wife, daughter, or daughter-in-law without having found any fault in them, they become ghosts. Those who reject their mother, who reject their father, who reject their mother, their daughter, their wife, their mother-in-law, sister-in-law, without daughter-in-law, without not finding any fault in them, they become ghosts after death. One who deceives his brother becomes a ghost. One who kills a brahmana, meaning one who kills a saintly person, one who kills a cow becomes a ghost. One who drinks liquor.
Wow.
One who drinks
Everybody in America.
Yes.
So everybody in the world is going to
There
be
is a lot of ghosts in America.
Wow.
There are millions of ghosts in America. One who has sexual relationship with his guru's wife, meaning the wife of his teacher, becomes a ghost. One who steals gold or silk becomes a ghost. Those whose funeral rites were not properly performed. You should see, living is a system. Dying itself is also a system. So when a person dies and the proper rites are not being done, these people are locked in the body of a ghost. For as much as there is hair on the body, they are locked in that body. Those who were very ungrateful. Those who died by accident. Those who were very envious. Those who performed no atonement. You understand what I mean by atonement?
No.
No, please. No, please.
Confession. No.
Confession.
You go to church.
Those who perform no atonement. Those who did not seek for forgiveness. Yes, please.
It says those who died by accident.
Yes.
But people don't die on purpose unless it's suicide.
People don't die on purpose unless it's suicide, but then there are accidental deaths.
Like plane crash?
Yes, plane crash. Although it is their karma to be punished, it is unplanned.
Okay.
Car accident, okay.
Yes.
Suka Baba.
Yes.
What about if someone, iniquity, someone dies by iniquity? What we call like,
iniquity.
I don't know is the word, I don't know what's the word in your country, like if spiritual attacks then.
They become a ghost. They become a ghost. Those who were attached to unchaste women become ghosts. When I mean,
what's unchaste?
I mean unchaste women are women that has no principle of life. Women that give their body anyhow.
Whores.
Women. Yeah, whores, prostitutes, public women, etc.
Okay.
Those who are attached to them. Like in ancient days, they call them courtesians.
Wow, there's a lot of ghosts there.
So those who are attached to this kind of people, they become ghosts. Giving leftover food to saintly people.
What is a saintly person?
That is a very good
Like
question.
omelette.
Sage.
A saintly person is a person whose external character and his internal character is the same. Who tells you only about God, but not in a duplicitous way, but shows you directly as it is. That is a saintly person.
Like babies. They don't know nothing.
Huh?
Babies.
Baby.
Yes. They don't know nothing. Then they are saintly.
A baby is not a saintly person. A saintly person is a person that has realized God, understand God. Mm.
What if the only food you have was something that you cooked yesterday? You're gonna be a ghost.
Given, if that is, what is she? If, I don't know if she can hear me, but if that is what the only thing you have, that is a different thing. But if you have more, but you are given a leftover food based on your intention, then definitely the person becomes a ghost. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
This
So
one.
no, half of that.
Hello, what happened? Is it from my side?
It had to be. You disappeared.
I'm very sorry. Please forgive us. Okay. So,
No, it was, I think it's the one before this.
okay.
The page before
When he
this.
finished.
Okay.
When he finished.
So, giving leftover food to saintly people. Like, to the question you asked, so what if that is the only thing you have? That is a different thing. But if you have, and intentionally you chose to give what it is that is not good, then definitely the person becomes a ghost.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, depriving water to a thirsty person. To a person that is thirsty and one refuses to give water to people, that people becomes ghost in their next life. Like there are people that stores water so much in their house, that they don't wish to share water with anybody. They become a ghost. Yes. Those who steal from their parents becomes ghost.
Hey.
Even if you did it as
Baba,
a kid.
that's my parent, right?
Those who steal from
That
them, they become ghosts.
What if you
before
did it a long
I
time ago
went
when
to
you
my
was a
mom to
kid?
get some money to go get something that I wanted. I didn't ask her. It's not stealing, man.
This is a fact. Those who intentionally steal from their parents, they become ghosts.
But I wasn't aware of it. Now I know.
Now
So
you know, so now you can make atonement for it.
okay.
This is just a short summary of the whole list of activities done that can condemn one to a ghostly body.
There's a lot, Baba.
There is, but this is just a short summary.
And all of us are good.
Where do ghosts stay?
Yeah, but now we know. Now we know.
Now we
We
know
can
we
do
cannot
better.
be ghosts
We can do-
anymore.
Now you
we can do
know.
better.
Now you can make atonement.
Yeah.
Because after having all of these and you do not make atonement, then definitely it makes the person become a ghost. So now you can make atonement. Ghosts stays in places where there is no feeling of shame due to falsehood, where there is no faith in God, where there is no sense of discipline, no inclination for forgiveness, no patience and knowledge. People with the above tendencies are easily prone to ghost possessions, where they use them to feed on vomit, mucus, urine, tears, and drooling. If you're one of those people that when you sleep, saliva comes from your mouth, you are easily to be possessed by ghosts. Those people that when they, there are some certain people also that they have a certain disorder in their body, although they are grown up, but still they pass urine on their bed. These people are possessed by ghosts. And what kind of food? People are like, okay, so what do ghosts eat? Look at it here. They eat vomit. They eat mucus. They eat urine and tears. And also what? Drooling, especially when you are sleeping, and saliva. So try to make sure that your saliva does not come out of your mouth while sleeping.
So my sister that still wet on bed time to time is
Yes.
she being
It's possessed by ghost. Yes, that is a strong ghost possession. So so this is to let you guys understand, having sexual dream is not ghost possession. We should understand the difference. A lot of people don't understand this, and hence they create a lot of fear on people. It's not ghost possessions. There's a big difference. Yes, please. How do you know when ghosts are around you? People can easily understand the presence of ghosts in their home by various signs and by the troubles that the ghost gives them. Before I continue with this, there's a simple sign I want everybody to know. Have you seen a wind whistle before? Have you heard the whistling of the wind before?
It is.
Making a sound.
When you are walking and the wind is making sound.
Yes.
I hear it from my window.
That is a ghost.
Me too.
It means there's a ghost moving around. So if you are walking on the road and then you start hearing the wind, the whistling of the wind, there's a ghostly entity around.
Okay.
I went to drop sesame tree behind my window. Then I did not hear it no more.
Very good.
So, Baba,
yes.
When they do, they want your attention, or they just want to possess you, or they just buy.
Ghost is around. It means it's an indication that there's some ghostly entities around. So you be mindful.
Okay.
There are some ghosts that are not very vengeful, and there are some ghosts that are extremely vengeful. Like extremely vengeful, they eat human flesh. So one needs to understand. One needs to be very careful. It is due to the influence of a ghost that a woman does not conceive. A person dies prematurely. There is sudden loss of a job. A house is mysteriously set on fire. One suffers from a terrible disease. When money is properly invested but then lost. When crops are ruined even after sufficient rain. When business is unsuccessful or wife creates tension at home. These are due to, indications to let you know that there are some ghostly entities that is around. Any question on this before we move forward? Yes.
You said that ghosts eat drool.
Yes, they do.
Babies drool.
They eat drool. They eat poop, feces. They eat
But
feces.
babies drool.
Yes, babies drool. Yeah, that's true. And that is why the parents have to always be careful. Not to, and when a child drools excessively, that is not good. Babies drool, yes, because they are still trying to control the board of their tongue. That is a fact. But when it's excessive, it's not good. There are some certain children that, due to some certain medical issues, saliva just keep drooling all the time. Those ones are easily prone by ghosts. They are easily possessed by ghosts because they feed on that.
But when they sleep at night, the saliva doesn't come out.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That is different. You don't need to worry.
But during the day, no, sir, because like my two other kids, I never saw that. But this one is a lot. Is a lot.
Yeah, it's still young. Don't worry.
During the day, but when he sleeps at night, no.
Yes. Do not worry. Keep cleaning. But the one that is extreme are ghostly possessions. Through our dreams also, we can easily understand the presence of entities without bodies, such as when you dream of a horse, an elephant, a bull, a man with a deformed face. If a person is suddenly awoken from sleep and sees himself on the other side of the bed, if one is bound up by chains in a dream, these are indications of ghosts. If his dead ancestors demand food in a dream, if someone snatches food from you while you are dreaming, that is a ghost. If one rides a bull in a dream, that is an indication of a ghost. If one sees his wife, son, husband, or other relative dead in a dream, that is a ghost. If one begs for food in a dream, it is due to the hunger of a ghost. All of the above, but not limited to the list, are examples of ghostly entities around us that we perceive through our dreams.
If you dream of somebody that you know and then they pass away, you cry, and they realize when you wake up they are not dead, what does that mean?
That is an indication of a ghost around you.
Oh.
That's an indication of a ghost around you. So one needs to take this seriously. You can see that in these indications of knowing when there is a ghost or when there is not a ghost, there's nothing relating to sexual relationship. There's nothing relating to that. So, but when you see yourself riding a horse, a lot of people like, oh, I saw myself in my dream and I'm riding a horse. Oh, it is a victory. No, it's not a victory. It is a ghost. These are indications of ghost. You see yourself eating food, in the dream, or someone is snatching food from you. You are eating and someone comes to take the food from you. That is a ghost.
If they give you food in the dream.
Receiving food, accepting food, whichever one, that is a ghost. There are ghostly
eating in the dream.
Sorry?
Eating in the dream?
Yes. There are ghostly entities around you that you need to offer water to. Because they are trying to use your subconscious body to be able to satisfy their own hunger.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So, Baba, just a question.
So
how do you offer water? The same.
Hello? Sorry.
Yes, Baba.
You were saying something.
I was asking.
Yes.
You offer water to them the same way we do the libation, or that's different?
Yes, the same way. The same way.
So, Baba, other than water, what can you give to that person? Like, what offering can you do to your ancestor?
Other than water, it is important that, see, what is the meaning of a child? Putra. There's a reason why we are called Putra. Son, basically son. Sons are called Putra, meaning put, tra, one who can liberate. One who can liberate. The duty of the son is to liberate his father from ghostly body. And the duty of his own son is to liberate him from ghostly body. In the ancient days, there are rituals that the ancestors teaches their children that the children can continue so as to be able to free the generation from ghostly forms. But nowadays, everybody has forgotten all of that because everybody is like, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm this, I'm that. And hence they divide, move away from the main path and everybody is suffering. From one ghostly form to the other ghostly form. And then people are like, whoa, but this person is rich. No. Richness is not the qualification. Peace of mind. Happiness. Which people's life do you think is most miserable? Those that are rich and wealthy. Their life is what is most miserable. The royal family. Why? Their life is more miserable because they have inherited thousands and thousands of curses upon them. And that is why you see, if you go and look the genealogy of a royal family, you will always see that they don't live long. They don't live long. You go and look at the life of the kings. The kings don't live long. Why? Because they inherit curses upon curses upon curses upon curses upon curses and ghostly entities around everywhere. So the duty, if you go back to the slide, you will see that those who died when their rites are not properly performed, they become ghosts. People that don't have children while dying, that don't have children, or people that died away from children, family, that nobody come to do their right properly, they become ghosts. So knowing what to do at that final moment is very important. A lot of people, when a person dies, what they do is they just go, they call family members and they celebrate, they kill animal and they celebrate. That is even terrible. Because it is not helping the soul. It is not helping anything. Rather, it is condemning this family the more. And that's why you see in such occasions, you will see that when those activities happening, the children will fight each other. There will be chaos in the family. Because they are trying to use problem to solve problem, and then it is bringing more problem. There is a process. This we are going to talk about in our next class. So stay tuned.
So, Baba, you didn't answer my question. And also, I have this question. Like now, I offer water to my ancestors.
Yes.
Because maybe my mom is in ghostly in other generation.
Yes.
But my sisters, they don't know. Because even when I talk to them, they're used to killing, shaking, whatever they are doing. And they keep doing it. It may gonna be my 13 years that my mom passed away. They are planning to do like they usually kill the goat or a cow. And they asked me how are we gonna do this time, because last year I did it. I didn't know yet. I thought no, we should do like maybe get like rice, sugar, and give it to people around. They said no, they order for us to cook. So I want your input on this. How can I handle this? What will I do? Since it's only me that I could say yes, I'll start to understand spirituality. They're still in religion.
You see, in situation like this, you can't run away from it. Because if you do that, they will condemn you.
Yeah.
So you can just give money, but don't participate. Because even though you are giving money also, it's still you get karma. But what can you do? You just have to do it. But you just have to
because unbelief
and do your atonement. That is all. If you say I'm not going to give, that itself is going to make them more negative towards you.
Yeah.
And when they become negative towards you, they will become negative towards whatever it is you want to practice. So just give and pray. I mean, this circumstance, I cannot avoid it, but please help me. Just give. But do not participate in the feast.
Okay.
That is how you do. And when you offer water, the easiest way to pacify the ancestors is offering water to them. That is the easiest way. And feeding saintly people on behalf of them. Inviting a group of people and feeding them and telling them, please, as you are eating, please say good prayer to my mother or to my father, wherever they may be, that, you know, they may be transformed to a better place. Saintly people.
Like when you mean saintly people, like go where? Because in America here, it's hard to, you know, in Africa, you see those people still praying. So how
Even
can
though
you?
because they don't, you can't really find a saintly people out there.
So you have to find.
Like churchy, like church?
Not necessarily. You don't find saintly people is not like something like an attire. Oh, because he's wearing white or he's wearing red, he's wearing blue, so he must be a saintly person. It's not an attire. It is a, how do you call it? It
A
is
state of being.
It's a state of being. That you cannot recognize just by the attire. It is only when you come closer to them that you come to start understanding, okay, no, this is not just an ordinary person. This is saintly. Understood?
Oh wow.
It's still really hard when you live in the US.
It is
Yes.
hard everywhere. It is hard everywhere.
Indeed. I'm trying to count 5 people, saintly people to invite, and I'm like, it's difficult, you know.
It is.
Because I know that like feeding people and stuff. In Africa, you can just say I cook, I go give people, or you find somebody. But here, you go give somebody food, they'll just look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Or they throw it back at you.
Yes.
Yeah, they does. They throw it back. They say you nasty.
Like, I don't want that ish.
Yes, I want money. You say, okay, come, I'll offer you food. They start and insult you.
Yes.
Even the homeless will not take a food from you in America. They'll be like, "Why are you giving me food? Give me money."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the unfortunate situation of the society. It is the unfortunate situation of the society. So,
do you recommend like once in a year, maybe we'll travel to Africa and go do those kind of rituals?
I am organized.
Wow.
I was speaking with Peggy today. So, maybe, hopefully, if Krishna keeps us alive, we'll organize all of you come to Mauritius and we'll do the ritual. You know?
Yes. Oh, yes, that would be good. Like once in a year.
Once in a year. You know, so put it in your mind and start getting ready. You're coming to Mauritius.
Yeah. Like going to the ending of December.
Yes. Yes. So I'll also plan my trip that you guys can be here. And we'll do maybe for 2 weeks. You are here. We do some prayers. We do some reading. We do some get together, and then we do some rituals. So see you soon in Mauritius, Mrs. Winifred. Get ready for that.
Okay. That's a good plan. I have a question.
Yes.
Prabhu, you see, you know that Africa, every family have a stool or deities, both father side and mother side. And after my father's side, we don't know our stool. We don't know where is it, and then it's missing, so we don't know where. And I talked to my mom. My mom said they have it there. And she told me that for their own, doesn't take blood. It take the carries and then drinks, sweet drinks. I said, okay. I said, okay, then I wanted to do like give to the, I want to do that rituals for them. Since it doesn't take a blood, it doesn't take alcohol, I want to do it. And I pay for it to do it. Carries and drink. But the one who acts interceding will take a schnapp.
No. It won't work. It is better you do it yourself. See, there is also bliss in ignorance. Believe it or not. Because if you are doing it just out of the sincerity of your heart, even though you don't know what you're doing, but so long as it is out of the sincerity of your heart, you get a result.
Okay.
So you do it yourself.
But I don't know how because I don't have the stool here.
It doesn't
But
matter. You call it.
I do the water and then black sesame and the rice.
It doesn't matter.
Every full moon and new moon.
Very good. It doesn't matter if you have the stool or not. You just call. Stool is ever present. The stool is an idea. It's not a thing. It's an idea. Spirituality is not a thing. It is an idea of how you can live. You should live your life to be able to raise your consciousness higher. It is an idea.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, oh, I need to plant a seed. Plant the seed of inspiration. A seed of inspiration is not a seed that you physically see. That seed is an idea. So that is also the same thing. All right.
Okay. Before, as last 2 years ago,
yes,
as you told us we should take our bath before we do our prayers.
Yes.
I used to do that.
Very good.
Then after I finish my prayers, I know that I don't have the mala, the bead. I don't have it. I use my fingernails and then count it before. So after I finish, like I used to draw some tears and those things. After I finish, about 30 minutes and I sleep. I used to dream the creatures and those things. Okay, yeah. Some of them I don't have a head and there's some chain on them, those things. But after I lost my job, I don't understand. So I was worried, thinking. So everything went off. So I started again. And I used to, because I started, I don't sleep again. I used to, maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour. I normally go for 7 to 8 rounds.
Very good. Very good.
And I don't sleep again. But maybe after I finish 6 and 7, before I take some more sleep and then.
Very good.
But at that time to say it's a ghost hour for dreaming.
6.
I used to dream.
Yes, but it is still not bad. It is not bad. If you see things around that time, it's not bad. That is the essence why there's you can counteract it by attunement.
Okay.
By chanting your Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You can counteract it.
Okay.
All right, so continue doing that. Kudos to you.
Yeah, and then today I saw a good Dave inside. She was winning money and yeah.
Very good. See? Congratulations.
Yeah. So I was into some room. I realized that no, the room is I don't like. There was a meet, so I returned back.
Yes.
No, he was, yeah.
Congratulations. Well done. Yes. Any other question?
It's not easy with the man. Yeah, the man is too much, oh, Baba.
The what?
The man dancing too much. Even when I'm chanting my mantra, always planning something to do.
Yes. That is the temptation that comes. That is when you should chant louder. That is when you should chant louder. When you are doing your prayer and then your mind start thinking, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this. That is the power of the mantra. The mantra is going to, when you're chanting it, it will give you a very good idea.
Yeah. But now that sometimes when they come, I just say, oh Lord, please help me. Help me.
What you should do is to insult the mind. The mind does not like to be insulted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell it, you fool. Just see how your life is. You are about to die and you are thinking about what you are going to eat. You are thinking about planning. You are about to die. This minute you will die and you are thinking about all of this. What if you die now? Just sit down and just chant for 30 minutes. The mind will keep quiet. Right.
Oh wow.
YouTube on Hare Krishna, the same thing on YouTube, the music like where you can, I'm in the shower, I'm thinking, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Very good. Very good. So how many of you?
Hey,
At
wait,
the beginning, it did not help me. So it's more, I like him now better because I don't use the music anymore, and it's more, more calmness and more focus.
Yes.
Before, when I was using the music, oh my goodness. Yes, since you told me to leave the music and just
Yes.
go
Yes.
naturally, yeah,
Yes.
that better.
Very good. Well done. So how many of you is chanting every morning? Let me see your face. Where is Abi? Where is Huma? Where is Emilia? Show me your.
I don't have a specific time, but whenever I'm at peace, I do that. Last night I was chanting my bed and I fell asleep because I couldn't sleep, and I chanted, and I didn't know what time I got to bed, but I slept right through. So I don't have a specific time, but I've been.
You should have a specific time. That
this
is
morning when I came from work.
very good. Very good.
I worked last night.
Okay. Okay. Specific time.
I did it ever since we started, when you said we start, but today I didn't do it. I wake up, stand up, and look at my bed like, and then I went back to bed.
You should be disciplined in the time.
Yes, Baba, I am trying so hard.
Miss Winifred? Ellen.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I
Very
love it. I love it. It's in my head now.
If you start your day with auspiciousness, everything becomes auspicious. If you start your day
Okay.
with
I will start it in the morning then.
5 o'clock this morning, I was passing my medication to my patient. I was doing Hare Krishna. He said, "What are you doing?"
Very good. Very good. Emilia. Miss Emilia, are you doing? I cannot hear you. What about you, Miss Abby?
I didn't do it today because I woke up very late.
Okay.
I was in Ace preparing myself for school, so I couldn't. Before I will miss the school bus, so.
Okay. All right. So you should do tonight before going to bed.
Okay.
Should do tonight. All right. Okay. Any other question for us? Okay. So.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
So you said to have a discipline on doing it at a certain time, but is it okay if you do it whenever you have a quiet moment?
What is discipline?
I guess like doing something at the same time, like on a consistent basis.
Okay, consistent basis. You see, the mind is a child that when you program it, when you direct it in a certain way, in the first 2-3 days, it will fight you, but then after some time, it starts following you.
No, but it's not me per se or the person. It's the fact that the environment,
The
children,
like that, yes.
spouse, circumstances.
Yes. If you can,
So
you can discipline yourself in the midst of the most rowdy environment, then you can find peace. What people talk about, people speak about peace. Let us talk about peace. I'm coming to your point. I understand your question, but let us talk about peace. When we speak about peace, what do you think it means? What do you think peace means?
quiet.
Quiet.
Being able to process your own thoughts in a nice, calm, quiet environment.
Okay.
Being happy with yourself inside.
Okay. People say, I want peace, I want peace, I want peace. Their understanding of what peace means is, like you just said, everything should just be quiet. No noise, no disturbance. Just like by the side of the sea or being inside the sea. There's no trouble. You're just free of stress. Nobody is shouting at you. Nobody is raising their voice at you. You know, whatever you say just goes. Nobody's complaining. It's just like that. That's what people think that peace means, but that is not peace. Peace means being equiposed even in the midst of the most daunting situation. Being undisturbed, unfizzled in the midst of crowd, noise, remaining equiposed. That is peace. And we are reading the Bhagavad Gita, right? Where was the Bhagavad Gita spoken?
In the battlefield.
In the battlefield. Was it spoken in the bedroom? Was
At
it
a crucial time.
right? Was it spoken when everything was just so quiet? Have you seen a battlefield before? Everywhere is noisy. Rah, rah. Everybody's blood is boiling. That is where the Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So finding peace in the midst of chaos. Remaining undisturbed in the midst of chaos. That is peace. So in a situation in a house where everybody's up, everybody's running left, right, center, this, that, remaining undisturbed in such situation, being a calm water in the midst of a storm, that is peace.
So in the form of in the house, it's not really like a battlefield, because in the battlefield, they're not asking, hey mom, where's the milk? Where's the this?
A house
Can I
is a
have
battlefield. A
Can I
house
have this?
is a battlefield. All right, what kind of battle is that? It is the battle of the mind. People's mind that is disturbed, running left, right, center.
Baba, you know what my kids were doing to me in the beginning when I started chanting? They come and sit on me. They come, they come and laugh. Mommy, what are you doing? Mommy, look.
That is a battle. Everywhere. Actually, to think that to think that everywhere is peaceful, that is not intelligence, because everywhere is a place of danger. Every step you take every day is a danger step, because every place is a danger zone. Remaining undisturbed in a battlefield and in a danger zone, that comes with the special grace of the Lord. And this comes with discipline. So meaning that you should try your best to have a spiritual routine. Everybody. Ladifa, Miss Peggy, Mrs. Winifred, Mrs. Abby, Uma, Mr. Abraham, Mr. Blay, Ya, Miss Emilia. Everybody should have a regulated time. Wake up early. Learn to wake up early. Not to wake up early to start preparing doing house chores and all of that. Wake up early, take your bath, and just sit down just for 30 minutes for now. Just chant. Do this with a discipline, and you will see the big changes in your life. Things that irritate you will not irritate you anymore.
When you live in New York, sometimes when you wake up before the sun, it's really, really cold.
So,
and to jump, yes,
so
it's
what?
cold.
So what?
So just jump in the bath cold.
So what?
You see, Baba, you making everything feel like it's impossible. You live in a paradise. I live in the concrete jungle.
I was
Sometimes they don't give you hot water.
I was
like it's
in, I was in
like, I feel guilty because my environment is not allowing me to do exactly what you're asking, but I mean,
you don't need to feel like that. I was in Sweden last year. I went to Sweden during the period whereby it was snowy.
Yeah, I believe.
Very snowy. So everybody were like, no, you don't need to not do your ritual. You cannot. 3 a.m. under the snow, everywhere is freezing. Yeah. I'm without a cloth and I'm doing my fire ritual.
Yeah, you post
on a cloth outside in the snow.
Yeah. Yes, you post some video on it. Yeah, I saw it. That's true.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm taking my bath with the cold water. It feels it's freezing. It freezes the brain, but I do it. Discipline. So a lot of us, the mind helps us to look for excuses as to why we shouldn't do certain things.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the mind. But when there is discipline, everything is in the mind. So like right now, you are in New York. Situation is this. Sometimes there's no water. It's very cold in the morning. Sometimes the heater is not working. So what do? Time, place, and circumstance. If you're not able to, well, you are not me. My way, the way I've trained my body is different. So if you're not able to wake up, if you're not able to, take a very early morning shower, then just wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, clean your face, and just sit down and do your prayer. This you can do. All right? Time.
Yeah.
So that is the circumstance that is there right now in New York. So you just do this. Wake up, wash your face, brush your teeth, just sit down. Wash your hand. Just sit down and start your chanting. This is easy, right?
It's way, way more easier when they take the hot water and different circumstances. Because when you're in a complex with, let's say 500 people, because it's 16 floors, it's a high rise. So somebody have a problem on my line, they cut off the water to fix their problem, but it's my problem now because I don't have water or I don't have hot water. So it's not like I'm living independently from other people because it's a building.
I understand. So yeah, time, place, and circumstance. So just do this simple thing. Wake up, clean your face, brush your teeth, wash your hand, and sit down and do your prayer. All right? But if the circumstances are better, then you wake up, take a good shower, sit down, change your clothes, and do your prayer.
And another question, do we have to only do the Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, or sometimes you could do another chant?
No, just focus on
meditation.
Just focus on the Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Don't miss it. Just focus only on the Hare Krishna.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Mr. Abraham, what is your question?
Last week you said we need protection.
Yes, everybody needs protection.
What kind of protection do we need?
If you kind of like explain to me what exactly I was saying that made me
because first we are in the process of seeking the to advance ourselves in the presence of God. A lot of challenges, problems, troubles.
That is true.
Because we need to
you need the protection of the spiritual teacher.
Okay.
Especially when you are trying to grow on the process of spirituality, you're going to face through so many situations that is going to be like it makes you tired. But the blessing of the spiritual teacher, you can keep moving on. That is where on our own, we don't have any strength. What strength do we have? We don't have any strength. The mind will play at center. The strength is coming from the blessing of the teacher. All right.
And then my second question is that at times, those times we used to hear some sound to ring in our ears. Yes. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, it's your girlfriend." Those times, someone say, "Oh, someone remember you." Is it in the form of ghosts? Ghost or?
No, that is not ghost. It is when the wind blows. That is a ghost.
Okay.
So what is it when the high frequency sound happens in your ear?
Yes.
To everybody, these are omens. To everybody, it is different.
Okay.
To some people, when someone is talking about them and they drink water, they start coughing. They get choked with the water. To some people. And then to some people, when someone is talking about them in a negative way, they feel the ear ringing, and immediately the person that is thinking about them comes to their thought pattern.
Wow.
You are able to easily catch it. It's a frequency, but not everybody is able to.
Okay, it's true. And then you see that in Africa, the center of a playground, the sun will be hot, turning around, went to up, stop. We used to say, the dust.
Tourbillon, yeah, tourbillon.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
What is that? Is it a ghost or is it a dwarf? Ghana, we say
it's a ghost. It's actually not a ghost, it's a spirit. Actually, tsunamis are spirits. Whirlwind are spirits.
Tornadoes are spirits?
Yes, they're spirits.
How can people send tornado to go and do bad thing like
It is not
this?
It is not. It is not people. People don't have the power to do that. That is.
But how do they get in contact with the spirit to make them do it? Because these men have money on his. Somebody come to give him the money to keep for him, and the wife stubborn on the money, and kept the money for herself and give it to her brother. They work on it. They will do the business on it. Later on, the men come to collect the money. The malam went and looked for the money. The money wasn't there. He asked to the wife. The wife said she did not take the money. He plead with the wife, please give me back the money. She said, I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. So the malam went in to tell the man that, I will give your money, but I don't have it now. I kept the money somewhere, but somebody took it. I don't know who took it. And the man said, okay, I know you. Before I give you my money, I know you. I know you cannot use my money. But if you allow me, I will go and pray on that money. The person that took the money we read what is so. He said, yes. He said, okay, let me talk to my family and let them know what I'm about to do. And he went and tell his wife that this is what's going to happen if you don't give the money. They will send this tornado, this line. Yes. If you don't give, if it's you, if it's not you, it's not a problem. But if it's you, tell me now, so you won't do it. The wife said, no, you don't know anything. And the man said, anybody that have a taste of the money, that know the money, anything at all, will reap the cost of it. So he went and did it. The wife died from the accident. His brother, they said, and the lightning come and then where he was
lightning
working,
struck him,
yes. And also got the same thing. So that's why I was saying that how do people manipulate the spirit to do stuff like that?
Ghost.
Oh.
They use ghost.
In Haiti, they call it zombie.
They use ghost.
And so they have the same power as the spirit?
When a person, like, yes, ghosts are they are very fearful, especially those ones that are very revengeful.
Okay.
That is why it is said when a person die, try to cremate the body, so that there are some humans that they capture ghosts and they use them for diabolical things.
Necromancy.
Yes, they capture them. There is a mantra to be able to do that. But my duty is not to teach you guys all of that. My duty is to teach you to write all of that.
Me personally, I don't want anything to do with that. I just want to find my path, my way to liberate myself.
That's high science.
Yeah. I don't even want to know how to manipulate
because
people.
Those things has a heavy karma. Those people that capture ghosts and use them for whatever it is they want to do, the life of their generation is spoiled for 84 generations. And that's why you should go and look at the life of people that are traditional practitioners that uses the knowledge in a bad way. Go and look at the life of their children. The life of their children is never good. Miserable. You just go and look.
Wow.
It's always miserable. So knowledge is not meant to be used to create harm on people or make a person feel as if I know everything. Knowledge is to use knowledge. The essence of knowledge is to free oneself from the prison of the body, so that you don't repeat the same things again. Yes, Miss Abby.
Yes. This thing about the ghost. Now I'm trying to believe. There is a practice in my place that when someone dies, there is something they carry. Like 4 men have to carry it, and they said the person's spirit has been invoked on that thing. So they ask the thing questions, and anything they ask, if it's yes, the thing have to respond. In that way, the thing can say, the person that died can say, this is the person that killed me, or I die a natural death, or I die a death that as in it's my time to die. So I was like, it was strange to me, but right now I'm beginning to understand that, okay, since there is like ghosts really exist, so I think truly they can do these things. And if someone is about to die in that village too, in that place, the thing has the power to see, as like the ghost, as in the spirit of that person, since is in that thing, it can say, oh, this person is about to die, or this person is going to die.
That is true.
But it's not good to use it, right, Baba?
No.
And excuse me, sir.
That's some scary stuff.
This very month, my mom was calling me, calling. My elder brother was calling me, didn't tell me anything. So they sent my younger sister to tell me that I have to be prayerful. My friend mom just died. I said, if my friend mom died, what happened? My mother said I should call my friends. I'm not going to call anybody because I don't have money to send. If someone died, the person just died, I will not call her. If she cannot tell me her mother died, so I will not call. I don't have money to give to anybody. They said, okay, mommy said I should tell you that when the girl's mom died, when they carried that thing and the thing touched my mother, so the mother have to question, or the person that is questioning it have to ask that what is it, blah, blah, blah. Said, that me, I'm going to die. I said, never, not me. It's not my time to die.
It's not.
I said, no, it's not my time to die. They said, no, that is what the thing said. This very month, this April. They said, no, that I have to pray. So after this fasting we did, on Sunday/Monday, I was very, very sick. Seriously, I was very sick. I couldn't eat. I have to, if I have to wear this, I have to wear 2. or and 2 trousers, then cover myself with blanket. I was feeling very cold inside me. I was like, what they told me in Nigeria, is it true? I said, no, God forbid. I reject it. It's not true. It's not my time. So then yesterday, I was on this same, I was very, very sick throughout the week. Then yesterday, I said, God, please, after the prayer, say, heal me. Then to this morning, I woke up like somebody that was never sick. I woke up like somebody that was never sick. My throat was paining me seriously. I could not swallow my saliva, and I was bleeding. My throat was bleeding. But today, I'm fine. I'm okay. Like I was never sick.
Yes. That is the
And I couldn't tell my mom, because if I have to call my mom and tell her, I'm sick, they will say, oh God, this is what they saw and it's going to happen. So,
that is the potency of prayer. You fasted on Ekadashi, and you fasted without not drinking water, not eating anything. That is power.
And that day, after breaking, I was like, should I continue? No, but because I wasn't feeling to eat at all. I didn't feel like eating. I feel like continuing the fasting, but I said, no, it was just for 24 hours. So I have to.
That is powerful. What you did is you're breaking from something that is to hold you down. But of course, you are supposed to feel it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I told you already a long time ago, you are not going anywhere until I say so. You are not going anywhere. I did that.
Thank you.
Going anywhere.
Yes. Thank you. Amen.
Nothing is happening. I did hear. Behind you. I did behind you. Relax.
Robert, I have a question.
Yes.
Sometimes if I hear the baby cry, I feel like